Alright, we're back at it again with the daily market wrap-up. And Wall Street rallied again today as investors remained optimistic about potential Fed rate cuts, but rising energy prices kept inflation fears alive. Now let's dive into the details. Alright, so let's start with the scoreboard. The Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 326 points, or 1.4% to 32,000. Alright, now let's take a look at the top movers. Number 4, Nvidia Corporation, the AI chip giant, continued its upward trajectory, advancing another 3.3% today. This comes as persistent demand for AI-driven technologies keeps investors optimistic about the company's future prospects. Microsoft Corporation, another key player in the AI space, also saw its stock rise by 3.1%. Apple Inc. added 2.7% to its value, and the company has seen robust pre-order sales for its latest iPhone lineup. On the other hand, ExxonMobil and Chevron both slipped today, losing 1.3% and 1% respectively. Higher than expected crude prices reignited concerns about inflation and the impact on consumer costs, leading to profit-taking in the oil sector. Tesla Inc. edged up 0.8% today, recovering slightly after a volatile week. Alright, now shifting our focus to the broader market sentiment, investor focus remains squarely on the Federal Reserve and their upcoming policy decisions. Today's positive market movement was likely a result of traders continuing to price in expectations of a quarter-point rate cut in September. However, the recent surge in oil prices near $100 per barrel is raising questions about whether inflation might remain sticky, and if so, how that could influence the Fed's path. Despite this uncertainty, market consensus still points strongly toward a September rate cut, with some even anticipating a move in the month of October. Jerome Powell's speech in late August has been a key event for the market. Traders were hoping for clues about the Fed's intentions regarding interest rates, but he left everyone hanging. He didn't really say anything definitive about the future of monetary policy, which has left the markets abuzz with speculation. Many believe that any concrete signals from the Fed would likely lead to a sell-off in the equity market as the reality of higher interest rates for longer sets in. But hey, that's just what some experts are saying. Alright, let's shift gears and talk about global markets. Across the pond in Europe, the markets closed mostly higher today. The UK's FTSE 100 advanced 0.6% today, helped by a rebound in bank shares. Meanwhile, Germany's DAX gained 0.7% as the auto sector showed strength. Now in Asia, it was a different story. The markets there were mostly in the red today. Japan's Nikkei rose 0.9% as the market there took a cue from the positive momentum in US tech shares earlier this week. However, Chinese stocks slipped again today, with the Shanghai Composite falling 0.7% and the Hang Seng in Hong Kong dropping 1.4%. The ongoing tensions in the Middle East and lingering growth concerns in China weighed on investor sentiment in the region. Alright, let's move on to the economic calendar. The highlight of the week is undoubtedly tomorrow's jobs report. Expectations are that around 180,000 jobs were added in the month of August, and the unemployment rate is expected to hold steady at 3.5%. Any deviation from these forecasts could have significant implications for the upcoming Fed policy decisions. Other key events on the economic calendar include the release of the August PMI data and pending home sales figures. These indicators will offer insights into various aspects of the economy and will be closely watched by investors. Alright, we've covered a lot of ground today, so let me give you a quick recap. US stocks rallied today, driven by big tech, but rising oil prices continue to weigh on inflation sentiment. All eyes now turn to next week's economic data and the Fed's policy outlook. Do you think rising energy costs could derail this rally, or will Fed optimism keep stocks moving higher? Comment your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe to Profit Path for daily updates on stocks, crypto, and finance. See you back here tomorrow.